Most supermarkets are stocked with items trucked in year-round from far-flung places like California, Washington, or Florida, not to mention Chile and Peru. On average, our food travels 1,500 to 2,500 miles from farm to table. Cornell scientists estimate that growing, producing, and shipping 1 calorie of arugula to the East Coast requires 57 calories of fossil fuel.
I mean, we basically have a food supply that is produced primarily with oil, not only because of the transportation that must occur, but the storage, and usually the kinds of production methods being used on the farm where it originates.
In March, Walmart announced that it would double its organic grocery offerings immediately. H. Lee Scott, Walmart's CEO, explained, "It shouldn't cost a lot of money to feed your family organic foods."
Well, when you're talking about organic food, let's keep in mind that organic really has 2 basic meanings. It's a system for protecting the soil, for paying attention to the environment, for creating the best possible circumstances under which food can be grown without the use of synthetic chemicals and other kinds of inputs.
Thank you very much. Have a nice food.
The other use of the term organic is to mean organic certification, which is a marketing term, basically. When Walmart's talking about selling organic food, they mean organic certified food that has been labeled in that manner. And that does not necessarily mean, in every case, that the farmers involved have employed the system. An organic product shipped across the country is every bit as much a fossil fuel product as non-organic.
Enjoy.
I think in time, consumers will become more savvy and they will understand that an important part of their buying decisions has to be how far did this food travel.
I shop here because I know where the food comes from, and I don't know where the food comes from at the grocery stores. Over the years, my spouse and I have gotten to know many of the producers here in the area, and we just feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that our food comes locally. And
I've always been a really community-oriented person, and I strongly believe in putting your money into your community. And so I like to come to farmers markets, local stores, to spend my money because it stays in the community.
I look forward to this market because of all the fresh things that are here. I've got my special place for my fruit and a special place for the tomatoes and special place for the potatoes. So I sort of feel like a little kid skipping between all the little booths, checking things out.
I've been buying organic carrots in the markets simply because I've been trying to find carrots that taste like carrots.
But I've talked to many farmers who say that in addition to farmers markets, they found that they need to market some food directly to consumers through annual contracts where they sell a share of the harvest up front, and the consumer gets a basket of food every week through the growing season. That's called a CSA, or Community Supported Agriculture Farm. And then farmers are also finding that restaurants can be a good market, and that's another way of sort of directly getting it out in front of consumers.
I have sometimes bought organic food that comes from other places, but if I had the choice of buying it locally or buying something organic, I probably would still buy it locally. Because I think if we want to preserve the green spaces that we have that make this area a pleasant place to live and not have it all overtaken by malls and superstores, then we have to support the people who are trying to earn their living by growing that produce.
You know, buying locally is a way that people can really take charge of their money, take charge of the kinds of farms that they want, take charge of the food that they want to see on their tables, and ultimately the type of community that they want to live in.
A copy of the program you've just seen can be purchased through Penn State Media Sales at mediasales.psu.edu or by calling 800-770-2111.